I'm Richie.
I'm Freddie. I'm Frankie.
I'm Laura. This is Hopsy.
That's Lou down there. And that is Kevin the camper.
Welcome to our new YouTube channel. This is our very first episode of our Around the World tour. We just managed to escape the UK in time before France closed its borders and we headed straight to sunny Spain. Like and subscribe to see where we go and what we get up to. We hope you enjoy it.
Hola!
Hola. Hola.
We made it, guys. We're in Spain. Actually in Barcelona at the minute. One of the squares in Barcelona. Piece of cake crossing the border. We literally didn't even stop at all, just drove straight through. I think we're going to stay here a night, maybe 2 nights. We've just come to sort out some internet data, have a few drinks, some tapas, and just yeah, see how it goes from there. They want to make a wish.
Hi guys, so we're just travelling down across Barcelona, just trying to find a campsite, well a park up near Barcelona airport that we found on Search for Sites. Went out for a really nice tapas dinner last night.
Had a few beers, ended up missing the last train as well.
As usual. We ended up getting a taxi back because we missed the last train at 10 o'clock because somebody thought that we were going to the train station and we wasn't, we was going to the metro. So we're going to go try and find a bit of tapas now. We're going down, we're passing through the outskirts of Barcelona because there's a low emission zone in Barcelona.
In the centre.
So we're going around the outskirts and heading south, kind of around the coast to the other side.
Lovely weather though. 17.5 degrees, let's say.
Yeah.
Sunny, feels lovely.
It's nice to have a bit of sun on our backs for once. So we'll give you a bit of a shout in a bit when we're at the park up. We've arrived, we're in Tarragona. Amazing park up. This is, let me spin it around. Other motorhomes in the car park. On the beach. Sunset. Amazing views. Absolutely amazing. The dog's been in, the kids have been in already. Quite close to a train track, which I don't know what that's going to be like during the day, but during the evening, sorry. But as far as car parks go, or park ups go, this has got to be one of the best ones I've ever been to. And I haven't been to many. But I just keep thinking, is this going to get, can it get any better? Can this get any better? Because at the minute, this is just, I feel like we're living the dream.
Morning guys. This is where we woke up this morning. Listening to the sound of the waves crashing on the beach. Well, what a good little spot for one of our first few nights in Spain. So far, so good. If it carries on like this, we're going to be very happy. The boys are playing in the sea. Laura is speaking to another family with, they've actually got a cat on the lead, so she's got the rabbit out on the lead. I think we're going to spend the day here, probably the night as well. A little beach bar up the top over there somewhere. So we may pop in there for a drink later. The dog's living the dream, playing in the sea. So is Fred.
Hi.
The boys over there playing with some little French kids. This is exactly why we've done it. So we're English. A few of the Spanish are in coats and trousers. My boys in shorts and no t-shirts.
How's my ball from it?
Ignore the noise. So we have left Tarragona today and we're on the way to Valencia. We've just stopped off at a service station for a spot of lunch that Laura made in the van. I think we're going to be staying on a campsite tonight because apparently Valencia is a bit like Barcelona. It's not too safe to leave the van. There's a few van break-ins, and where we're new to being in a van, we're just a bit on edge at the minute. So yeah, we'll be on a campsite. We've also got to fill our water up and empty our waste, so perfect timing really. Laura's actually driving for the first time today. So I'm a little bit nervous, holding on to the edge of my seat. Lovely views though, just going across a nice river now. Laura doing a good job of driving us to Valencia. Put my feet up today. So we found a little campsite just outside of Valencia, in a place called that. I can't pronounce it, my Spanish is not very good. Walked down to the metro station and now we're just waiting for the metro to head into Valencia. Got to have an award-winning ice cream in Valencia.
So we stayed in Valencia last night in a camping car park about half an hour away from the city. We got the metro in last night into the city and had a nice paella in a restaurant.
Valencia's the hometown or the birthplace of paella, so we thought we had to try one while we were there, and it was lovely.
Normally, apparently, the locals said that apparently paella is meant to be made with rabbit and chicken, but I don't know why I said that because there wasn't even any rabbit in it. It was chicken and fish. Yeah, or hops. So yeah, and then we've got up this morning and we are now travelling to Denia, near Alicante. We found a nice spot that we can park up for free. We've now topped up all the water, got rid of all the waste this morning, so
hopefully this park up's on the beach as well, which will be nice.
yeah. We've done a bit of laundry in the camping car this morning, and I think we're about 45 minutes away. The weather's not looking as great as it has been. It's a little bit cloudy in the mountains. It's not looking great.
But it's going to pick up from Monday though, so I think we're due 17 degrees and full sun.
Yeah.
Which seems to feel hotter as well when you're here for some reason.
Yeah, it doesn't seem as windy, does it? It's quite nice. But so far we are absolutely loving Spain. Such a pretty country. All the Spanish are really friendly. A lot of people speak English.
Lovely food.
Lovely food. Really like all the tapasy bits and having little nibbles stuff. So yeah, really enjoying it.
One thing we have noticed is the miles per gallon when doing different speeds. On the way to Spain, we was doing between 70 and 80, and we was averaging 19 miles per gallon. Now we're doing between 50, 55, and at the minute we're 26.9, but yesterday we had it up to 28.4, I think it was, which is 9 miles per gallon difference. So over the course of a 75 litre tank, it's about 150 miles extra on each tank. So now, as you can imagine, we're sticking to about 50-ish, and hopefully it should be a big saving.
Popsy's now front passenger. He's getting a bit fed up, stuck in it, so we thought we'd let him out the front seat, let him have a little bit of a mooch about.
Freddie's having a look at the fishermen out in their boats this morning. Can you see anything?
No, I can see a bird and a dog.
We're going to spend a day here again today. The weather's not too nice, so we're just going to have a little walk along the beach, play some football. There's a volleyball net set up on the beach as well, so we'll have a little game of that. Maybe even a fish off the rocks, because we've seen some locals doing a bit of fishing, so that would be nice. One of them caught a squid.
Cook some dinner this evening. Maybe put the chairs and tables out on the beach. Have a bit of dinner outside.
It's a shame the weather's like this, because if it was sunny it'd be a lovely little spot, this one. There's nice and quiet. All there is dog walkers, and there's a lovely little restaurant up there as well. I doubt we'll be testing it out, as we've been eating out constant since we've been here. So yeah, we're going to have a nice chilled day, catch up on some other YouTubers on YouTube no doubt, and just enjoy it.
Have a little look where we're going tomorrow.
Catch up with you soon. So we've just come back for some half-time oranges. fresh from just outside Valencia. Restock our energy levels before we go back and play the second half of football. Who's going to win this time?
Me. Thank you,
I think me. She seems to think stretching is going to help her win the football match.
It is.
They need to do a bit more than stretching with Richie Beckham on the field. So we thought we'd explain what we're doing and why we're doing it. Basically, we've decided to go full-time van life and travel around Europe because mainly just due to the stress and the unhappiness at home. We had quite a successful roofing business, which I started before the first lockdown, hoping just to do a few days a week, just enough to pay the bills. But it sort of kicked off and now we seem to be working more than ever, and it just got too much. I was getting stressed at work, I was coming home, I was taking it out on Laura and the boys, and it's just not the way that I want to live.
So we decided to move into our van. We moved into the van on the 14th of November. We rented the house out and decided that we would just move in full time, and with a plan to just be in the van like 2 weeks before we left for Europe. But then things just kept getting on top of us with more work and more work. People were saying, can you just do this before you go? So we ended up living in the van for around a month in the middle of a field, which was really bad, weren't it?
Yeah, it was cold, it was wet, muddy, windy. It weren't the one, but we got through it, which makes this seem like paradise. Even on cloudy days like today, it's still paradise. I just realised with the work, the more we earn, the more stress that come with it, and money just don't make us happy. We're at our happiest when we're in the van,
making
memories with our boys, with the dog and the rabbit. Maybe not the rabbit for me. I don't really like the rabbit, but
so we thought we'd also explain how we got here with the dog and the rabbit. So for the dog, she had to have a health certificate, which lasts 4 months. She had her rabies jab last year, and she had an English passport made last year. But with Brexit, it's all now changed. The English passport no longer works. So she now has a health certificate that lasts 4 months. We're intending to go to a vet in Javier that I've been speaking to back in England before we came, and we are visiting them this week, I think, to get her rabies jab booster and also a titers test for us to be able to get into Turkey. That needs to be done 3 months before we travel into Turkey. And with the rabbit, there isn't actually many, technically the rabbit doesn't have to have anything to travel, but just to be on the safe side, we got it a microchip, and it had all of its vaccinations, the yearly normal vaccinations that it would normally have. And we had a pet passport done, not pet passport, a pet letter done 10 days before, like the dog. So the vet just said that the rabbit is fit to travel abroad. So that's all the requirements that we have at the moment from leaving the UK to France and then Spain. We didn't have any troubles, did we, coming over?
no, it's really easy getting over. They hardly looked at the vaccination passport.
They didn't even really scan it. I couldn't even get the scan to work on the dog, and she was just like, oh, don't worry.
No, it's nice and easy.
And then crossing over from France to Spain, that was really easy. There wasn't even a crossing, so that was really easy.
We literally drove straight through and didn't even stop, didn't see no one. That was lovely as well. France seems to be even more strict than Spain for the COVID rules. We did plan to stay in France for a little bit longer. We stopped off with some friends on the way down, which was a nice evening, but we decided to head straight to Spain, mainly just to get a bit of sun on us. After being in that field for a month, we've been craving sun, and when we first got here, for the first couple of days, it was lovely and hot. As you can see now, it's a little bit overcast, but the sun's coming back out as of Monday, and I think it's going to be 20 degrees for a few days, which will do us lovely.
And even though it's colder, it's not as cold as back at home. We've enjoyed a really nice day on the beach, playing with the boys. Being in the field, we just couldn't even go out of the van because it was so cold. Everywhere was windy. So, yeah.
Our plan, well, we haven't got too much of a plan. We're pretty much going to take it as it comes. But I think we're going to be in Spain and Portugal for a couple of months. And then we're going to tour around the Spanish coast. At the minute, we are sort of in between Valencia and Alicante. So we're going to carry on touring around the coast into Portugal, through northern Spain, through southern France, northern Italy, until we get to sort of Croatia direction, and then I think we'll spend 3 months in Croatia, because obviously with Brexit it's a bit hard. It's made it quite hard for us. We have to do 90 days in the Schengen zone and then 90 days out of the Schengen zone. It's all fairly straightforward, and we have quite a lot of non-Schengen countries and Schengen countries that we want to visit. So it does make it a bit easier for us. So I think after Spain, we're going to drive back through Spain, France, northern Italy into Croatia. From Croatia, we may go Greece for 3 months and then maybe Turkey for 3 months. I do also want to see all the Nordic countries. I want to see the Northern Lights.
We haven't really got a plan. We'll just go to an adventure and see where the world takes us.
We just want to see everything. We want to see everything. We want to go everywhere.
And we're going to take you on our journey. More for our sort of vlog than anything. We want to keep these memories.
It'd be good to look back on in a few years.
And more for the boys' sake as well, because they're only 9 and 7.
We're going to be homeschooling them en route. We let them break up a week early for Christmas because of all the travelling down. It's a big change for them and us. So we thought they'd have this week off, then it's the Christmas holidays, and then we will be back on the homeschooling. We don't actually have to teach them anything in particular. There's no curriculum to follow. All we have to do is 5 hours a week of teaching them anything. I say we're not doing it now, but my oldest Frankie, he's picking up Spanish really well, so that's good learning for him. There's a lot of different things they're going to learn. We will still prioritise maths and English. They're already fairly good at maths and English anyway, so we're going to work on that even more. And then aside from that, it'll be things like languages, history, geography,
cultures,
just learning different cultures. And I think they'll have a far better education doing what we're doing than what they would sat in the classroom learning the same old stuff that they're not going to learn about later in life. I hardly went to school and I still turned out alright. Some people might say different, but I did. So, yeah, that's about it really. I think that's where we're going to end this week's vlog as well. I hope you come and catch us on the next vlog, and don't forget to subscribe. And we'll see you next week.
Like and subscribe.